Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday and I had a very late start today. I was supposed to go up at 5. I just couldn't get out of bed. Christopher went up at 6:30. I think he left about 7. Came in and like, you should go up now. And I'm like, yeah, I should just leave the door open and the kiddies will keep me awake. They didn't. I fell asleep again and I think I woke like 9:30, something like that. As I usually know, it takes me about 2 hours to kind of get to a productive state of a person. Now I am sort of productive because I do get a lot of cross stitching done when I'm trying to wake up. But yeah, it's like it's noon and I finally can transfer myself from the sofa in here. I'm hoping that all of this is just like a cold or something, but I don't know, we'll see what will happen with my body now. I was feeling so good and I'm like, oh, so exhausted. But yeah, good news, I have lost a little bit of weight. I'm at, I think, 67.5, which is good. So that's awesome. I did realize now I am going to sit down and edit some videos, and like day 28 I have 2 clips. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna just not post that video, because I don't have anything the 29th or the 30th either. I think it was where I kind of got super exhausted. And day 28 was also when I met up with my friend Sam, and we had a really great evening, just chatted along. I'm one of, like, I wish I was able to keep in contact with people a little bit more, because like we had so many good discussions and I really would like to have a more kind of a tighter relationship with her, because she's a super awesome person. So I'm gonna try to push myself to do that. I'm also gonna try to push myself to have a little bit of better relationship with all the friends I already have. So 2019, friends, future, and hopefully Florida again. We'll see. It all depends on how healthy I can stay and how much work I can do. But anyhow, I have 2 points on today's schedule. One being packing an order and shipping that out for a client. I had a knitting marker order that came in that I need to pack and send out. And the second one is to edit all of my vlog videos, so that is done. Those are the 2 things. I have a third. We'll see how much time I will be able to get on that, but that is prepare all the taxes for 2018, because I have to file them in February, and I have a tendency to kind of just sit like a couple of days before I have to file them and just being totally stressful. So I'm going to try to get everything done this week, so that is like over and out with. And also I do want to start with the 2019 papers already, so that I get them done. And I'm gonna do digital files and all of those stuff, so we'll see if I will be able to do all what I want to do. But the first 2 is order and editing. I have half a check mark done. It's about an hour later and I got all the editing for the rest of the Disney trip. I still have a couple of vlogs that I created after we got home that I need to edit, like yesterday and the day before that. I think that's the last 2. However, I've edited all the other ones and I exported them, so I'm waiting for the last export and then I'm gonna sit down and upload all the videos. I'm going, however, take a little break. I'm gonna get some drinking in me and stuff. I'm feeling a little bit bad today and I'm having hot flashes, so I don't know. One of those days. I'm still stuffed. Christopher says also, like, he has tummy issues and he has a sore throat, and he was hoping that our kind of days that we relaxed in Disney, I think it was like the 28th, 29th and 30th. The 28th we did do a few things, but I didn't have enough clips to actually make a video out of it. But those days we kind of relaxed to try to get off the little cold slash flu that we gotten. It doesn't seem like it helped, and it's like 2 weeks later, and it's still there, but hopefully it will go away soon. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get something to drink and a little break. I just almost finished uploading. I have one video to upload left, but everything is done for it, so just gonna push a button. So that's awesome, getting things done. And while I was waiting for that to upload, because I can't upload multiple at the same time, or I prefer not to, because I'm afraid that they're gonna kind of crash into each other or something. I don't know. I feel it's easier to just upload one at a time, making sure that it's properly processed and then going to get the next one. But while I was waiting for that, I went into Etsy to print out my orders so I could get them out and shipped, and found that I had a second order, which was super awesome because someone has bought a whole bunch of fabrics. It's super nice of you. Thank you so much, whoever did it. It was awesome. And yeah, I told you, I think previously, that I'm going to be doing some more coloring of fabrics this year. Me and Christopher is actually gonna work together this time. We have made a scheduled plan, and hopefully that will work. It have actually started to, like, okay, but now we need to do this day, and it wasn't planned to do that day, and yeah, chaos. But we'll see. Hopefully it will work out in the end throughout 2019 and get this done. But while I was doing that, I figured out that with this order I can actually buy new inks to my printer, which I really needed. I've been running on low. I went in before Christmas, I went in and bought one ink cartridge, the cyan. That was all I bought, and I put it directly into the machine, and I really needed more of them, but I didn't really have the money to right then and there. Now I am running on low. I have 2 of them that says no ink left, and I have 2 of them that says, well, you're almost out now. So with that order I could order a new batch of inks. They are now on their way. Kind of funny thing, or annoying thing, I just got called up by the company that I bought from. I've been looking around a lot for affordable ink that is the original one for the printer, and I found that the cheapest one I found is for me, because I'm doing it in Sweden, is 123ink.se. They have really affordable inks. If you are looking for inks in Sweden, I don't know, and some Swedes watch this, but if you're looking for inks, have a gander to 123 ink. However, I chose the original ones for my Canon, and they just called me up and said, hey, have you seen that we have our own inks? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm really picky, and some machines actually don't recognize other brands than their own, so no, I'm going with the Canon one. And I think I was out of this is a pretty large order, it's about $70, $80 that they're around for the inks, and out of that I think I would have for the same inks I would have paid maybe $10 less if I went with theirs. So it's not a big winning, and it could ruin my machines. I'm a little bit careful when it comes to inks and printers. I know Christopher Perrins had an Epson that just didn't recognize any inks that wasn't original cartridges. My other Epson, it can be clogged, the machine can be clogged if you use other inks because the pigments are different. There are a lot of those things, so I'm very careful when it comes to that. And also I have one of the more expensive printers. Now I have the TS 8150, which is actually, if I understood correctly, it's the highest, like the most expensive and most like talented one of the like home printers or business printers. There is pro printers out there that Canon makes called 100 and stuff like that, but they are all A3 printers and I couldn't really fit one in my home, so that is why I'm using the one I'm using. But yeah, that is on its way. They're packing it and sending it out. On its way. Awesome. And then I'm going to upload the last video, package my orders, and then I might go out for a while. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. We're heading out! Guys, we're heading out! So I need to get a little bit of air and I need to get my orders out. So I have packed them up and I'm heading off to the post office. It has snowed tonight. It is snow everywhere. Not much, but it's snow. I'm back home. Realized I haven't reset the mobile yet from the US standard, so hoping all the footage that I've taken so far isn't terrible. Apparently it's not noticeable in this light, but the light out there actually shows the frequency of the outlet, and that makes the image go like this. So hopefully none of the images are like that and we can continue this. Right? Well, it is not super cold, but it is cold outside. It is snow. It's just past 0 degrees, so it's just past freezing. And it snowed yesterday, so I like snow. For the next few minutes I am going to probably have a cup of coffee because I'm tired, and then transfer all of the clips that I have in the camera over to the computer and start editing the videos since I got home. So yeah, I'm being a little bit productive today. I had hoped to do my craft video, but I felt I can't push the vlogs anymore, so I'd rather push the craft video a little bit. So we'll see how I'm gonna do all of those things. But yeah, more work, or what it is, something. It's been kind of a calm and resting evening. I finished editing and uploading day 7 or January 7 of my videos. I still have 8th, 9th left, so day 6, I uploaded day 6, sorry, day 6. Still have 7, 8 and 9 to edit. 9 is today, so I'm getting closer. After I finished that, Christopher got home, so I basically just dropped everything because yeah, that's how I do it. We had a lot of discussions and I made lunch or dinner. Discussions means that we actually just discuss with each other. We're very good at communicating and we don't really argue at all. So yeah, I like my relationship. But we do like to have discussions and talk about politics and news and what happened at his job and all of those things. I cooked some rice. We had some leftover meat or bolognese. We're gonna eat bolognese tomorrow too, and then we have finished our pot of bolognese, which feels kind of good because that means we have had a pretty affordable dinner for the last week or so. We do have to find some more of those kind of cooking things that we can do. It's very nice also not to have to stand and cook for hours the days when we work, because I'm hoping to get back to work. After dinner I just been sitting stitching, watching stuff, news, a little bit of CNN. I don't know, when we were in the States we watched a lot of news in a lot of different channels. We did do Fox, we did do MSNBC or whatever it's called, and NBC and USA and all of those channels, but I feel, from my point of view, it feels like CNN has been the most that's actually been sharing both sides, sort of. I don't know how accurate that is, I'm not an American, but from kind of the news cycles that we have seen, based on the information that we have gotten here in Sweden, that is how we feel. So because of the American shutdown was on the news when we were in Florida, I kind of felt that I wanted to stay on track with that and kind of figure out what happened and everything. I really feel for all the Americans that are actually not getting paid just because some politicians decides to argue. And I do know that this this whole thing is a really big thing, and it's I do understand that, but I do not think that people should go without their salary just because of that. But yeah, so it's been interesting, and we've been watching it a little bit, and there's always things happening. So yeah, Swedish news aren't that exciting. It doesn't happen that much. I do keep on track with Swedish news through the Swedish media and everything. So yeah, I've gotten more interested in both politics and news lately. I think I told you a couple of times. But while I've been doing that, I've been stitching, and I thought before I head to bed I will share that with you. However, I think that is the last time you will see my face, so before I'm showing my cross stitch, I want to say good night, sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite. Here is the stitching. So I basically, since I got home, I've done most of these three. So I did, this was a 30 stitch column, so I think I did this, about this much of this piece, and then I've done this much the last 2 days. So yesterday I started up here, and now I've come all the way down here. I did like 803 yesterday and 533 I think today. I do write everything up, and I do intend to make a better kind of compendium to track these things. But yeah, this is actually the side of a page. So when I come down here, I have finished that page, which is kind of cool. But right now I'm so excited of these challenges. So the page finish isn't as exciting as the kind of idea that somewhere here I will have stitched the 4th route in the Stitch Around the World challenge. And so far so good. It's day 3 of the 100-day challenge, and it was 800 day 2 and 533 day 3. So I'm keeping ahead of those 100 stitches, which is super awesome. But yeah, there you go. That's my stitches. Bye. See you tomorrow.